Empires on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Remember when I said you spell freedom F-O-O-D? It's really true. Legislation is in the process of restricting the growing and sharing of food. And a record number of Americans, over 43 million, depend on the government to feed themselves. Food prices are going up for Americans. Prices are going up, even for eFoodsDirect.com. This will require their first price increase in 3 years. The most important thing Americans can do for their own freedom and survival in these hardest of times is to get supplies of high-quality storable food. Because of the huge response to this buy 3 and get 1 free special, eFoodsDirect.com will continue this special until September 27th. Right now, you can buy 3 and get 1 free at the old prices. But move fast, because this offer ends September 27th. Call 1-800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at prisonplanet.tv.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
All right, Representative Daryl Metcalfe of Pennsylvania runs a mainline Second Amendment group targeted by basically Israeli Mossad front group with the state and the feds, of course, directing the whole situation. It's all illegal. They're in hiding, hoping this all blows over. His website is repmetcalfe.com. You can also go to state legislatures for legalimmigration.com, a group that he helps head up. You got cut off by the break, sir. I wanted you to be able to finish your statements.
Well, no, thanks for having me on, Alex. But we're going to continue to try and dig to the bottom of this, find out what's happened, find out what type of surveillance was taking place on myself and others that have been associated with me and working on trying to stand up for the freedom that we enjoy as American citizens.
And you are the elected representative, so Homeland Security bureaucracy had better not try to keep the legislature from finding out what they're doing. That's the problem. This is a state agency doing this.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We are the voice of the people. We've been elected to serve the people, and we're going to work to try and find out what's happened here.
In closing, any other points you wanted to make, and some of the other groups they were spying on as well?
Well, I think it's important for all of your listeners to become more actively involved in their government. We do not have enough citizens that are actively involved in holding our elected officials accountable. If we did have, we wouldn't have this kind of out-of-control bureaucracy taking place.
Absolutely, and this is across the political spectrum. I mean, if you are involved in lobbying for anything. I mean, such mainline groups, left, right, libertarian, religious. I mean, this group was spying on everybody, and it wasn't even the state doing it because they clearly couldn't get their own people to break the law. They hired a foreign group, probably of Mossad operators, to do it. This is incredible.
That's exactly right. So when you have the State Department, State Department of Homeland Security contracting with an outside company that has strong Israeli ties, it really makes you wonder just how far off the tracks our government's gone.
Well, we better pull up the floorboards and see what's buried under there, and it certainly stinks, and it's going to get a lot worse from here, but it's going to get better in the end, thanks to people like you out there, Representative Metcalfe. God bless you, and I look forward to getting you on next week from a landline after you've had these hearings.
Sounds good, Alex. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Folks, pray for him and others and for the courage he's got. This is just outrageous. And the ADL has said that I'm the #1 enemy. And you know why? Because I expose the feds are running the white supremacist groups that they then try to tie into patriot groups to demonize anybody who's for the Constitution. And that's something that, that information that the federal government has been caught in other groups over and over again, funding white supremacists, funding other organizations, to then scare the left and scare Jews and others into supporting tyranny and homeland security so they can get their donations. This is a full-spectrum dominance operation. I told you Hal Turner a decade ago was a Fed. It's admitted high-level national security asset of the FBI. Why do you think that within 2 hours in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with that 3 dead cops, that the media was saying the guy did it because he liked Alex Jones? We searched the guy's name. There he was on my own message board attacking us. There he was saying I was bad for years. They lied and said that to try to sick police on us. Why does the ADL hate me so much? Because I'm not anti-Semitic, and I don't fight the New World Order from that position. The media wants to make it all about bashing Jews so that it's politically divisive and destructive. And that's why all of the major white supremacist organizations that the media gives attention to are even calling for my death. And they're doing that because they work for the feds. And many of these people then have camp followers who are not feds but are weak-minded, who then buy into lies. I got sent this morning a clip where somebody was saying I supported the Israeli attack on the flotilla. I was totally against that, said it was wrong, and tried to avert further things. It's lies. It's lies about what I stand for, lies about what I do, and I've noticed I get this feedback, hey, go after Israel more, and when I do, because the evidence is there, I get attacked by these groups even more. What's going on there? What's happening there? I got this representative on to expose this. I'm going to get him on next week. We've been reporting on this from day one. Pennsylvania is a hotbed of this. One of my reporters was arrested. The police came to them and said, we think you wanted to blow up a military base. You're in terrorist databases now. Rob Dew was there at a military base. It was military and police at an old armory with people coming off trucks with hoods on their heads. There were groups there snatching and grabbing citizens and forcing them into cars, unmarked cars, and it came out that it wasn't the Army, even though they were wearing Army uniforms, National Guard uniforms, that it was, quote, private contractors for the G20. A foreign multinational consortium of central bank heads comes to the United States, same thing in Canada a few months ago, and in front of news cameras, they jump out of unmarked cars and vans, grab citizens, and drag them into vehicles. In fact, YouTube, snatch and grab G20 Canada, Toronto, snatch and grab G20 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We can show quick clips of that for prisonplanet.tv viewers. We're not just radio, folks. We're TV at prisonplanet.tv. Because they want to scare you. They want you to think if you go out to a demonstration, sound cannons are going to blast you. They want you to think that you're going to be snatched off the street and thrown into a truck and driven away. They hire provocateurs, admitted in Denver, Denver Post, 2008. We said it looked like cops, but we couldn't prove it. Turned out it was cops dressed up as anarchists attacking their own people. Same thing in Monticello, excuse me. up in Canada 3 years ago. And here's the snatch and grab footage right now. This is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Men jumping out in military uniforms, dragging an innocent person into a vehicle. And it turned out those were private contractors, probably for this Israeli company. It's admitted they were the main commanders of the operation. We don't know if that was their people there. So this is America. Now you can pull up the Canada. Snatch and grab or private security grabs people off the streets at G20. That'll pull it up for you in Canada. It doesn't matter if it's England. Doesn't matter if it's Canada. Doesn't matter if it's the United States. Doesn't matter if it's Italy. When they have these events, the same thing is done. It's global. It's global. They hire provocateurs. They hire white supremacists to demonize the groups. They hire cops to attack their own police to demonize demonstrations. And that's why as the public gets angrier and angrier, there's still smaller and smaller protests because now you brave microwave guns, sound cannons. You have to go through literal Hades on earth. Bob Chapman talked about 30 years ago being harassed by Mossad for no reason. He wasn't even bashing Israel at the time. He wasn't even getting into those issues. He was anti-Federal Reserve. But see, they want you to hate them. They want you to come out so that they can then have that fight go on. And they think the general public won't know what's happening. It's very, very scary, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very scary to have all of this going on. And it's just intensifying. And that's why we need your prayers. That's why we need your support. Because if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to put it all on the line, I want to win. And I know we can win. I know America's good. I know the American people are good, whether they're Catholic or Protestant or Jewish or Muslim or whatever the case is. I know you want freedom. I know you want liberty. I know you're good people. I know most of the police are good. I know that you want a better life for your family. And, you know, I had a historian on, head of his political science department. Even mainstream news says that one of the top experts in the world on communist China. And he agreed with me that we're going into tyranny here. He agreed that this is happening worldwide. This is really going on, and it's going to affect the enforcers. You are the group in the greatest danger. Those of you that carry this out. Remember people being ordered to torture under the White House memos to the Pentagon? Confirmed. John Yoo, Alberto Gonzales, George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, the minutes of the meetings, ordering the torture. Pentagon saying, we don't want to do this. We're not going to be able to complain when our people get tortured in the future. It'll destroy morale in the military, and it will be a horrible PR problem, and it's illegal. And they said, you do it. Not to stop terrorists. They fund the real terrorists. They fund those groups. It's on record. To create terror, to create fear, and to set the precedent for torture. And then Bush comes out 3 months ago and says, yeah, I ordered torture. I do it again. While there are scores of people in prison, private contractors and U.S. military, who carried out the torture as ordered. And I'm not saying they shouldn't go to prison. They should. But the biggest prison sentences should be for those that ordered it. These people are in prison for following orders, and meanwhile, Bush is admitting he ordered torture, and Glen Beck is saying Jack Bauer's a hero, we need more torture. Now, maybe he should apologize for that. You know, if Beck would apologize for all this stuff he's promoted, look, you can't be the good guys and promote torture. But you're put in a psychological position where you're put into fear, so you'll go along with this. But the good news is they had a Gallup poll. Was it a Gallup or was it a Scripps Howard News Service? Well, you guys search the term national poll. Only 1% of Americans think terrorism is the most important issue or is an important issue. Only 1% think terror is the most important issue. And it was 4% just a few years ago? We'll pull it up, see if my memory serves. I know it was 1%. I think it was 44 or 46 just 2 years ago. In the same poll they do every year, thought it was the #1 issue. Gallup poll, I was right. Let's put it on screen then, please. I'm just showing you, people hear me rattle all this off and think I'm just making it up because, you know, nobody could just rattle off all these statistics, numbers, and facts. But I do the research. I mean, this is what I do. This is how I live. And the globalists are trying to radicalize the patriot movement to make it fail and to make it be limited and to make it not have a big tent for everybody. Divide and conquer is the program.